You know what destroys most men? Not failure, not heartbreak, not rejection. It's emotional overreaction. A delayed text ruins their mood. A woman pulling away destroys their confidence. One moment of uncertainty turns them into someone desperate, anxious, and emotionally weak. And the saddest part? Most men don't even realize it's happening. They think they're fighting for love. But what they're really fighting for is emotional validation. And the moment your peace depends on someone else's attention, you lose your power. But there's one skill that changes everything. A skill almost no man masters. Controlled detachment. The ability to care deeply without emotionally collapsing. The ability to stay calm when everyone else panics. The ability to walk away from disrespect without needing revenge, closure, or validation. And once a man learns this and people feel his presence differently, this is the story of how one man discovered that power the hard way. Daniel was the type of guy women said they wanted. Kind, loyal, emotionally available. He remembered small details, replied quickly, made people feel important. At first, women loved it, but somehow, things always changed. Every relationship started intensely. Long conversations, deep connection, endless attention, and then slowly, the energy shifted. Replies got shorter, excitement faded, distance appeared. And every single time, Daniel reacted the same way. He chased harder, more texts, more effort, more emotional investment. He believed love meant proving how much you cared. But what he didn't understand was this. Too much emotional availability without self-control feels heavy, and heavy things eventually push people away. One night, Daniel sat in complete darkness staring at his phone. 1:47 a.m., no response, again. He had already checked her last seen 5 times. His chest felt tight, his mind was racing. Did I do something wrong? Is she losing interest? Should I send another text? Then came the worst feeling of all. Silence. Not silence from her. Silence from himself. Because deep down, he already knew the truth. His emotions were controlling him. One delayed reply had the power to destroy his peace, and suddenly he realized something terrifying. He wasn't afraid of losing her. He was afraid of feeling unimportant. That realization changed everything. Because for the first time, Daniel understood this. Most emotional pain doesn't come from losing people. It comes from losing yourself while trying to keep them. The next morning, Daniel stopped chasing. Not as a game, not to manipulate anyone, but because he was exhausted. Exhausted from constantly needing reassurance. Exhausted from emotionally reacting to everything, so he disappeared for a while. No dramatic announcement, no revenge posts, no emotional speeches, just silence. And in that silence, he started rebuilding himself. Morning workouts, books, long walks without music, cold showers, time alone. At first it felt uncomfortable, because most men are addicted to distraction, notifications, attention, validation. Silence forces you to meet yourself, and many people hate what they find there. But slowly, Daniel changed. His mind became calmer, his emotions became quieter. And for the first time in years, he stopped needing constant attention to feel okay. That's when controlled detachment began. Weeks later, something strange happened. The same woman who once ignored him suddenly started reaching out again. More messages, more curiosity, more effort. But Daniel noticed something different. He no longer felt desperate. He liked her, but he didn't emotionally need her anymore. And that changed his entire energy. See, people can feel emotional dependency. They feel it when you panic over distance, when you overreact emotionally, when your entire mood depends on their attention. And while they may care about you, that energy rarely creates attraction, because desperation feels heavy. But emotional control, that feels powerful. Controlled detachment communicates something silently. I value you, but I also value myself. And self-respect changes everything. Most people today are emotionally reactive. One negative comment ruins their day. One rejection destroys their confidence. One unfollow creates insecurity. People are constantly reacting emotionally to things they cannot control. But calm men move differently. They pause before reacting. They don't chase people who pull away. They don't beg for understanding. And they don't allow emotions to control their decisions. That's why calm men stand out instantly. Because emotional discipline is rare now. In a world addicted to chaos, peace becomes attractive. Daniel understood this deeply one afternoon while sitting alone in a cafe. He watched people around him constantly checking their phones. Notifications, messages, validation. Everyone looked mentally restless. And suddenly, he realized something. Most people are no longer in control of their emotions. They are controlled by external reactions, likes, texts, attention. But controlled detachment frees you from that prison. It teaches you that peace cannot come from outside of you. Now listen carefully. Controlled detachment does not mean becoming cold. It does not mean acting emotionless. And it definitely does not mean pretending not to care. That's insecurity disguised as strength. Real controlled detachment is different. It means you care deeply, without losing your emotional balance. You love people without abandoning yourself. You stay calm, even when life becomes uncertain. That's real strength, because emotionally weak men either become desperate or emotionally unavailable. But emotionally strong men stay centered, open-hearted, calm, grounded. And that balance is powerful. Months later, Daniel's entire life felt different. Not because life became easier, but because he became stronger emotionally. Rejection no longer destroyed him. Silence no longer controlled him. Distance no longer created panic. For the first time in his life, he felt free. And one night, while walking home alone through quiet city streets, he finally understood the lesson life had been trying to teach him all along. The goal was never to stop loving people. The goal was to stop losing himself in the process. Because the strongest man is not the one who feels nothing. It's the man who feels everything and still remains in control of himself. That is the power of controlled detachment. And once you master it, nobody can manipulate your peace again.